What's going on?
Hola, hey, happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you.
Let me turn my music down. Have you ever been to a party on a Monday night?
Look, let me tell you something. In undergrad, yes, I did. I actually threw a party on Monday night. And the weirdest thing is, like, I was the one that made the oil. So,
Of course.
yeah. So imagine trying to go to class on Tuesday after making 40 gallons of oil on the Monday.
So let me tell you, I didn't really party. I went to stuff like kickbacks and stuff in college, but I didn't start drinking till after. So now that we're adults and we're like old heads now,
Yeah.
this is the old head party. So hey, all y'all old heads up in here, we finna turn up.
Hey.
So I just want you to know I got my little setup. I don't have it in the camera, but just know it's there.
Okay, cool. Because you're going, I listen to your podcast, and at the end of this little meeting, I got a little troop of drink for you. Got a nice little question.
Okay, see, I asked that at the beginning because people like to come in at the beginning and be all, oh, I do this and I do that, and I'm polishing poise, and I've never done anything like that before. But then you ask them troop of drink questions, they be like, well, yeah, I'm polishing poise,
but I done a couple things that what I'm saying. I don't usually like to explain to folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So real, I always jump into it, but what got you started on the Glass Mic podcast? Because it seems like it's like really, it's like you being yourself, right? And pulling that out of like your guests. So what got you down on that path?
Okay, so let's see if I can make this quick without making it a Lifetime movie. So I've gone through a lot of experience, and that's the thing. I talk regularly, so that's one. I went through a lot of things growing up, and I thought that it was just me going through those things in life. I was bullied before. I've been house to house. I've had things happen, and I came out of it. And it's like those same people who were kind of antagonizing me went from, what the hell to what the hell? How? Like, how's she alive? How's she doing it? Right. So I would do like little rants on when Snapchat was popular. I would do like little rant videos, and I'm like, oh, ain't anybody was just watching that. I'm just really looking at me because I'm pretty. I just want to see myself talk. But then people started engaging, and it was like, you should do a YouTube. You should do a YouTube. And I'm like, but thank you. But what made me just go ahead and put my stamp on doing a podcast, I moved out here to Dallas last year, and I started listening to podcasts, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. I'm thinking podcasts were like boring topics and stuff, so I was like, I could do that. But I was sitting on it, and then of course Miss Rona came through the door, and we had to sit our butts down in the house. And I started doing matchmaking Wednesdays on my story. It was one of my friends. She was doing it to be cute for her friends. I said, hey, I ain't trying to, copy your style, but I'm gonna try to do this for my followers since we out in the house. So she was like, okay, cool. Did that. I had a lot of traction on my page, and I was a mass comm major in college. So I'm like, okay, put your Money Scott boots on. How we gonna market this traffic? Went ahead and started my podcast, downloaded one of the podcast apps, started recording on this baby right here, my iPad. Started that back in May of this year, and now it's November, and we have the little nice microphone, headphones, computer, all that good stuff. So I hope I answered your question without rambling, because I can talk.
Oh, you good. Like, I love it because I like seeing like people's growth and transition. It started on the iPhone, right? And now I got my full setup of my rig. I got a bar. I got my hookah ready. Just
Yes. I definitely do the hookah.
Most definitely. I gotta ask this. Who's been your favorite guest so far?
Oh, my friend Jason. I always call him Dr. Hardiman, but yesterday I went to go to one of his sections yesterday when I went out, and he was like, it's under my name. I said, okay, Dr. Hardiman. He was like, no, you say that. I say Jason. I said, well,
Jason.
I told him to get on cousin. Like, we all got that degree. I'm looking for Dr. Hardiman. But yeah, he was my favorite guest. He was on season 1. That episode was called What About Your Friends? We talked about friendship aspects and stuff, and different level tier friendships, because you have, to me, it's like 4 tiers. You got like your associate, acquaintance, close friends, and best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your acquaintance where I have people who I consider I don't like to call everybody friends, but a friend. Like, I watch your story, you watch my story, we say something back to it. You know, a little friendship like that. That's one tier. Then you have another tier where you may say, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Let's go out and get drinks and stuff. That's my turn up friend, tier 2. Tier 3, it could be like, okay, I had a rough day today, so I need to tell you about this, but to an extent, you know, just talking like that. That's tier 3. Right. Tier 4, that's the friends, like them, like the Beyonce of friends. Like, you know how we don't know Beyonce business, but these people over here, like, y'all over here idolizing her. She is having a panic attack over here. Right. Those are my friends. They're the ones that know what's going on in my life. They don't have to watch my story. They don't have to subliminally, oh, God told me it was on my heart to check on you. They don't have to do that stuff. I am so serious. I had so many people. I'm like, I didn't know y'all, it was so many Christians today. You know what I'm saying? God really told y'all. God told y'all. Like, when people tell me that, I just shut down. I made a meme. I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Yo, that says when people say that, I cast them out immediately. Like, no. So my real friends, they don't have to pry me for information. I'm coming to them directly, telling them. So that's why that was my favorite episode.
That's real. That's real. Now I actually have to ask this. Now, do you feel like platonic friendships are real, like between males and females? Because it seems as if every single word just off the bat.
Listen, I encourage. I think every sex, whether if you like the same sex or if you like the opposite sex, whatever, male, female, you should always have an opposite sex friend. Now, if you just ain't, I told you guys I'm talking. If you're just not the stuff, and you know you can't trust yourself and your partner the same way, then yeah, it's a problem. But it ain't because it's the opposite sex person. It's just because y'all don't have that trust and communication. Somebody not faithful. But I definitely highly recommend that you have a platonic friendship with opposite sex, because it's like they have like this cheat code. Because you know, women, we see stuff like, okay, he ain't called me today. Why he ain't called me? He on Instagram. But then you got your guy friend be like, yeah, he care about you, but this is how you need to look at this and that and that. And I'm like, you're right. You just saved him another day.
No, that's real. That's real. I'm honestly, I feel like it all boils down to like, are you secure in yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the key thing.
And like, is your partner secure enough to be like, oh, okay, well, hey, like I'm good with that. You're doing you. That's how it's been you. Mm-hmm. Now, is this podcast like your only source of income, or are there other things that you're doing on top of being a podcaster?
This is not my only source. I pray and I speak that it will be one day. I'm a big believer of speaking things. And of course, people like, prayer and manifest. But manifestation is in the Bible. I don't think, I don't know if this is like a religious thing or not. And I don't knock anybody's religion. Good. I'm telling y'all, if you listen to my podcast, you'll see I don't knock nobody's stuff. But I do speak that. But my podcast, I really wasn't expecting to generate revenue from it. And then when I did think of the idea and entertain it, thought, I wasn't expecting much. I'm like, okay, this is probably a pay for all the podcasting fees, something cute. Right. Then I started selling ads, and I got my trying-ish segment where I got like, I'm not going to show you everything over here, but like people are saying like different products and stuff for me to try. Matter of fact, my hair, different things like that, like they'll give that stuff to me. So, yeah, and it's like, it's good because it's like a win-win. Like, yeah, I'm getting some free stuff. Cool. That's what some people see. Like, oh, you get free stuff. How can I do that? That's not why I generated this. It's also I'm showcasing their products too. Right. And I know I have a good following where I don't have the 10Ks and all that yet. But my followers, they know that I'm not going to promote no wacky stuff that I won't try. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So I get a lot of my revenue comes from my followers buying those ads because they know, okay, well, Chantal put her stamp of approval on it. This is good. Yeah. So I feel if I keep going in the direction I'm going in now, then yes, eventually that will be. But no, this is not my only source of income. That's real. That's real though. I mean, I can see how you have to do other things to make sure that you keep your lifestyle going. But man, that's awesome though. And like I said, in my bio, I always speak everybody's success into existence. So I'm speaking your success into existence. I know it's going to be bigger and better the next time we have a conversation. Oh, you already know. You already know. And if you were here, I would have blessed you because I always try to make my guests feel, because a lot of them it's their first time recording, so I make them feel like it's lax, you know, like a nice homey party environment. Just us two. I feel like I'm a little rapper in the studio, so I provide. I'm serious. So I provide food, and I ask them what's their drink of choice. So some people drink wine, bourbon, clear, different things like that. And then, of course, I have my hookah. So we're having this last conversation. Just imagine me and you right now, because normally I would have been on my fifth puff with my hookah, but I'm talking. So just imagine us having this conversation, and you're being fed, and you're drinking, and then you're at the house. And I always joke with them about our extra guest room. You be like, okay, I'm gonna take it in.
Hey, look, I'll be in there like swimwear. I feel you. No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Had it not been for the fact, if you caught me like, how many months has it been? Like 9 months ago. You would have been able to feed me tequila. You would have been able.
For real?
Like, I quit drinking.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's good.
Hey, look, I'm trying.
That's good. It's good.
Hey, I'm trying. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I know this is random, but
okay.
I was listening to your podcast and I realized, like, you know, men and women do this, right?
Okay.
Why is it that everyone tries to watch porn in the private mode of their phone as if the government can't see
it's not for the government, honestly. I can speak for why I do it. I haven't been watching porn lately, though. It's really rare when I watch it. Like, I probably watch it, like, once every 3 months. If that out there, like, it's really rare. Like, I used to watch it all the time. And I'm not saying that because I'm married. I'm being as honest as I can be. You know, most married people like, I don't watch porn. I only look at my husband. That's the only person I see. But no, seriously, like, I watch it in private mode because I'm very forgetful, one. And then two, I still had a child like mine. It's like, okay, I know I really ain't supposed to be doing this, but let me at least do it in this screen. That way I can just, when I get done, I can feel shameful and just exit out of this and I'll be back to my regular stuff on my website. But for me, yeah, that's why I do it. Private mode, I just don't go wrong with it. Everything, I can Google all types of stuff, and it'll be funny because, you know, Netflix, they'll have something like, I think it was called Don't F with Cats. And it was a video. I'm not going to trigger warn nobody, but it was a video on there, and it was traumatizing. And me being nosy, I'm looking for the video. I type in what happened. And, of course, it involved an animal. So I'm like, maybe I should have looked at that in private mode because they might get the government call on me. The government call. So I'm a little backwards, but yeah, that is why I use private mode. Now, I think I like engagement, so I've just started going on live. So if the people, I call my followers the people, so hopefully I can gain some of your followers and they can be part of the people. But if y'all want to answer why y'all go on private mode, can y'all like write that in the comments? I done took over his live. You know how the Reds do. It's like being by the grill. We're just going to take over.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. With no sides, no nothing. Y'all just go and just take it.
I'm just being honest.
Hey, I feel you. I love it, though. Man, this confidence that you give, right? You know, and, you know, confidence is defined as a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Where do you feel like your confidence comes from?
Life, honestly, because I wasn't always this way.
Right.
I used to be that person where I would try to make sure everybody's good. And I still find myself doing it, but I learned to be able to make sure everybody's good after I made sure I feel good first. If I don't feel good, y'all can go kick rocks because I need to go tend to Chantal first. But honestly, I credit my walk with God. Like I said, I do talk reckless. But I also learned not to beat myself up about that because, again, I'm bringing the Bible in it. But, you know, the people that he used were imperfect people. Like, if he used these people and these are people that are being judged in today's world, I'm not saying I'm better than them, but I haven't killed anybody. I don't stutter. You know, I didn't kill somebody's husband. You know what I'm saying? These are people he used. I probably had denied, but not literally denied Jesus. But if he's using those people to show that he's real, why can't he show little old me to show people that he's real? So that's where my confidence comes from. I feel like, okay, if I got the greatest person, well, not even a person, but the greatest ever to love little old me, y'all little humans could love me too. And again, I realized that the stuff that I thought only I went through, everybody else didn't go through. So now that I know, okay, y'all got similar stories to me too, why am I not being confident? Like why?
That's real. That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's crazy, you know, going from not being that person to being like, you know what? If God can use all these others, He can use me too. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Because I know for a fact, for a while, even myself, I was struggling through that. You know, like, man, I just don't see it in me. But you know,
and it doesn't just be like on you know, November 1900 or whatever. I had this day where okay, I am self-confident. Life is good from this point on. You're gonna always have your moments, and you just take every day one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Because like the rest of them days, they got their own things. And yesterday we can't change that. So let's make today be the best day. Like I tell people, we have survived 11 months in Jumanji. We finally won some type of, you know, those games. Like I saw you talk about that PS5. You know how y'all play a game and y'all unlock a certain level and you get like maybe a new outfit or a new avatar or something.
Right.
We dang near got that when you know, the election. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who I got voted for, but if you watch on the streets, you know, it wasn't a lot of sad faces around here. So it's like, what? Let's be happy we got to survive and see stuff like, yeah, stuff happened. Yeah, some things that we didn't see coming came. But what they say, after each storm, it's a rainbow, right? Amen. So it must be some rainbows and sunshine finna come up in this thing if we was able to see out it.
Oh man, I love that. I love that. Hey, look, y'all. I hope y'all picking up a couple of these gems that she's dropping, though. You know,
I hope y'all like to. Man, I be preaching to myself too. That's why I like to record. I do my videos and I do my podcast because I watch my stuff more than somebody else's because, like I said, I have different moods. So today I might be in this good mood. Like I had a good day. I had some Popeyes a couple of hours ago. That's where the confidence really coming from. I just had to be professional for the live. But yeah, so I have days where, you know, I'm good like this, and then in the morning I may wake up and be feeling like, okay, it's Tuesday. I don't really feel this about myself. What if I can't do this? You know, and I have down moments, so I go back and watch them, and I be like, Chantal, is that you, girl? Is that you?
There it is. There it is. And the fact that Popeyes gives confidence, though,
listen, I had a coupon. Y'all better download them apps. I know y'all got 6-figure salaries and all that. God is good. And if you got an EBT, God is even greater. But y'all better download them apps. I'm serious. You know, I had the money to buy full price, but why? This is a corporation. This ain't like it's one of my followers supporting their chicken business. This is National Corporation. I downloaded that app, got the 2-piece with red beans and rice for $4.99.
Hey,
yep, that 2-piece, and then they be trying to trick you because the picture has everything. You know, we got the chicken, the biscuit, the red beans and rice, and the drink. So the guy was like, you know, what you want to drink? I said, I would like a strawberry Fanta. You know, you gotta have that Fanta to go with it.
Yeah.
I got to the window. He talking about some $8. I said, no, baby, I gave the coupon code. And he was like, well, you added a drink. I'm like, sir, delete that drink off my account. I got some waters back on the back seat. Hey. I just need the chicken. Oh. Sometimes I laugh at myself. I talk like this regularly.
Yeah.
Well, when I was working in sales, of course, I turned it off. But
of course,
I talk like this. I be shocking myself. Sometimes I say something and I be like, did I really just say that?
Say that? Yeah. No, but it's wild though how we have to code switch whenever we inside them like little professional areas where you're like, oh, I guess I must put this voice on so that I can appease to these certain people and things of that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Now, when I feel like turning on and off, I mean turning on like how, you know, this is a more professional show, but it's still down to earth, but it's more professional. On my show, by halfway through it, I done had edibles and hookah and drinking, and I go from Chantal to Chantel, and I just be talking like somebody auntie. All I need is a beer and a cigarette. Like I be talking real reckless. No, but no, I want to. My definition of turning on and off is talking reckless like that and being how I am talking with you. Like I don't have my Sally Mae voice on. I have my Chantal Lewis voice on. And now that we have a black VP, it's really about to get real up in this thing. I ain't gotta put nothing. Y'all need to put something on for me. Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly. Now for real, you're gonna have to change how you talk for me. I'm the one you need to appease, guys.
Thank you. And we've been knowing that for centuries, but y'all tried to watch that out of this and we got it right back. Mm-hmm.
Who's been your biggest supporter so far as you like built and you continue to build your platform?
Does it have to be a person? Because I really feel like it's a group. I really feel like I created my Instagram followers, honestly. A lot of them, like, and I just created them tonight. I made a little video with them. And I was just saying, you know, I really love y'all, and great support comes from strangers. And of course, like I said, those tiers of friends, tier 1 and tier 2 might be offended. Like, what you mean? You know, we was there for you. We tried to help you at the mud. What you trying to say, strangers? But them tier 4 people already know, like,
right.
She was actually on the phone with me while, you know, texting me while she made this video. We right here, one. She didn't say, you know, nothing negative about friends. She just was uplifting the strangers. So yes, I love my followers because it's like they, you know, people get to know me every day. Let's just say how we're talking now, and then I'm not even gonna say years because I've changed fast. I changed so fast, it don't make no sense. So let's just say next week, you know, you still stuck on how I am right now,
right?
Because you just saw me last week, but this next week, like, my followers been with me through it, so they're seeing me grow and transition. So they're not judging like, oh, well, you know, Chantal used to cuss and now she on here not cussing. You know, she trying to put on da da da. But my followers know that I be telling them, like, look, y'all, I might cuss a little bit, and it might go from 5 cussing words in one sentence and got narrowed down to 2. So by the next week, I ain't cussing no more. So they know I ain't being fake. They just like, girl, good for you, because these white folks be having me about to cuss every day. So good job.
No, fact. You know, but it's crazy though. That's why I kind of love doing this, right? Because like,
you're gonna be sad. You're gonna want to record, but everybody be like, when we gonna record again? I be like,
I don't know.
I'd be more than happy to talk with you. You know, it's you got to catch me on them right days. I'm an ambivert, so you get this one day, the next day I be having something. I just need to be under the cover. But when you catch me on a day like this, you know, you better savor it.
Yeah, you got to. Hey, look. I love these getting these snapshots of time though, because you know when you run it back, you be like, oh yeah, I remember when I said that. That was fun. Like,
yeah.
No, most of them, man. So, look, you recently did an episode, right? On balancing motherhood and wellness. Right?
Yes.
I actually enjoyed it. Especially
for real.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't think a lot of guys was gonna listen to. I mean, I try to make them. You know, I really just don't try to please a specific person. Like, it's not even just for Black people. Like, I know based off my stats, I have people in the UK, Morocco, Australia listen. I'm like, I don't know how y'all found me, but go off, come on, listen. But so it's like, I don't cater to just Blacks or just Democrats or just Christians or just same sex or just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just cater to whoever can relate. Cat, dog, whatever. If you're able to comprehend my country accents and, you know, me talking like this, then come on, like, it's real stuff. And that episode was for a lot of my female followers that were single moms, because it's like, of course, you had that stigma about motherhood and, you know, mamas let themselves go and mamas try to live through their kids. And I'm not a mom yet, but I just wanted to talk because I have a mom, and I've seen a lot of people who have excelled in life because they had a great mom. Some of them, they still babies because their mama spoiled them too much. And then you got some trying to find love out here in the wrong ways because they didn't get that from their mom. So that's where I got that idea from, because how can I explain it? When I do become a mom one day, it's like I want to have a good balance. Of course, you know, we try to be perfect, and I know I won't be a perfect mom, but my overall goal is that my child was able to live their life and mama had their back. Of course, I'm going to tell you the truth on stuff. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. But I'm also not going to make you feel belittled for your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like you said, listen to the episode, so I'm preaching to the choir right now. But you know, I got to put my little mixtape in. I told you I'm in the studio. I'm a rapper. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't follow me, can y'all follow the Glass Mic and y'all can listen to the episodes, please? I know we're going to bring it up again, but they say if you say something 7 times, it sticks. So that was time number 1. So I got 6 more to go.
I got you. Hold on. I'm putting it inside the what's called. I'm putting it inside there right now. Follow at the Glass Mic.
Yeah, so it's the way it's spelled. And while you do that, I finish talking a little bit more. But yeah, so y'all can listen to that episode. I had one part where it was like, you know, children, you know, we all have thought about things, or even if we didn't go through with those thoughts, like maybe we did consider playing a certain sport, or maybe we did consider, you know, trying to do something that everybody was frowned upon, but we thought was cool. And the first thing, like you said, is your support system, right? When you're a child, of course, you know, you got your friends, but y'all all young, so a lot of this stuff you need your parents' consent with, or they're going to end up finding out anyway. So it's like, I'd rather my child be able to be like, okay, Mom, I think I want to start jumping off buildings, and I'm gonna. Of course, I don't want you jumping off no building, duh. But I'm gonna be like, okay, what made you start considering you want to jump off buildings?
Right.
Well, I watched this episode, and it was this guy, and he was on a harness, and he bungee. I'm like, oh, you want to bungee jump? Okay, I'm still scared of that.
Right.
Your daddy likes stuff like that, but I don't like stuff like that. But let's talk about it. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Like, are you thinking about jumping off of them, or are you just like an ideal of them? And then they say, well, I just like looking, that's it. And that's a lot of us. Some of us just had a thought and we didn't act on it, but somebody else may be like, I think I do want to give it a try. So then I said, well, since you're gonna try it, let's do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? We can't just go tomorrow to the Empire State Building and jump because we're gonna be on the news and mama gonna be in jail.
Exactly.
Can't do that. So let's go about doing this the right way. And of course, if you need me to help you to find resources for that right way, I'm here. But at the same time, if you need to go out and find it out on your own, I'm also here. But I know that you know that my love and support for you is real. So if there's something that you feel, which I know for sure you can't find out in the world, you'll come back versus me saying, oh, heck no, you're not doing it. We don't do that kind of stuff. And the next thing you know, what?
What do you feel about that? Like that statement, oh, we don't do that type of stuff. Like this.
It's small-minded. It's
yeah,
so like, small-minded. Because I'm like, who is we? Let's turn the W upside down. Y'all don't do that, but me do. You know what I'm saying?
But me do.
I was being ghetto. Y'all know how to talk. I just had to make it rhyme. But yeah, I don't say what I don't like. Like, I don't like watermelon. But everybody say, oh, you like chicken and watermelon. There's people that don't like chicken. And I don't look at them different because they don't like chicken because they're black. I'm just like, you really don't like, so you don't like chicken. Somebody didn't cook it all the way because you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I look at it.
Somebody ain't cook it all the way.
They didn't cook it all the way. It'd be that bad. That one time. We always look on some chicken sometimes. But yeah, I don't like that statement. Just say you don't do that. And then half of the time when you say we never tried. And that's why I be so upset with myself because I'm scared of roller coasters. I'm scared of jumping off planes, all that. Like, I'm not about that. Like, I go in some water. I know that's weird, but I go in the water. But even, with flying, like, I like to fly. I'm not going to fly. But even in my mind, I still be like, I'm too doggone old to be this scared to be in this plane. And when they take off, I got to hold the person's arm next to me doing this. Meanwhile, this little baby over here, she just chill. She's like, ooh, we in the air. I'm like, girl, you must ain't watch like. So I'm so scary. And that's why I had the episode 2. So, like, my kid can be like, okay, they used to flying and used to doing this and that, and the roller coaster's fun for them. They're not thinking about all the negative stuff, but I had those negative. We don't do this in my head when I was younger. So I'm breaking out of some of those aspects, but I don't think the roller coaster skydiving is gonna be one of them. I'm sorry.
Nah, I can't lie to you. I might do it in like my old age, or like when I'm close to death, because it's like, hey, you know what? If that parachute don't open.
See, I don't even want to think. I don't want my kids to even think like that. Like, they'll be aware. Like, they're not going to be out here carefree. Like, oh, I'm invincible. Like, no, you need to make sure your equipment's right. But don't let that be the thought of yourself. Like, take it in the moment and enjoy. Like, hey, I am in the air. I'm getting to see all types of stuff and get the feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, of course. I love it, man. I love the mindset. What do you feel like sparked that in you though? Like, what was the genesis of you, like, of that mindset of like, you know what? This is who I want to be. Where do you feel like you got that from?
Living again, because it's like I only have one life, and then most of the time when I had naysayers, when I had naysayers in my ear talking about, oh, this and that, like, for example, leaving Mississippi, like I said, it's no different mind frame type of people. You got some people that be like, oh, you think you better, oh, you can lead it, you can have it at home, or you got this person here, you take care of them. Baby, they like, I ain't trying to be in that sound rude. At the time to me, it sounded rude, but it's like, you have your life to live. Like, you had your chance to do what you had to do. Unfortunately, you didn't do that. This is my shot. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, every time I keep getting old, I feel like I'm old. I just turned 29, but even I had one point where I was 27, and I would look at these, younger celebrities like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, they look like they're my age and they're older than me, but they're younger, and they went ahead and took life by the horns. And I still got my bones. My knees work a little bit. I can talk a little bit. So why can't I do the same thing? Like, I have one life, and I really want to break this thing. It's like, I live in a predominantly white neighborhood, and I see people riding their bikes with their kids, doing stuff. And these are like older men and women. They're like 65 plus. when I was living predominantly black neighborhoods, I'm thinking, okay, people stop walking normal by 45. They start having that knee problem. Then at 65, they acting like they a great grandparent. I mean, some people are, no offense, but they just act like they can't do nothing. And then 70 through 90s is starting to be more and more rare. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to be one of them old, you know, women act like I'm old at 49. Like, nah, these knees going to work, baby. My son is gonna be a world champ fighter because it's gonna be so many of his friends. Just you like, man, your mama, bro, y'all.
Hey, look, chill. Don't make your son fight. Don't make your son
yeah. So yeah, that's where it comes from. Just living, because it's like you only have one life, and I don't want to live anything with regrets. I'd rather do something to be like, okay, that didn't work for us. Thank God we didn't, succumb from it, but let's keep going.
Of course. What do you feel like are your current goals for yourself?
My current goals for myself?
Mm-hmm.
Protecting myself, because sometimes it's like I'm that friend or that family member or that loved one, like I ride or die. Like, some people be talking and they post a meme, right. It relates to ride or dying. Mm-hmm. But in real life, they like, you don't even know where to find them. Like, I'm literally a ride or die. Like, I had an occurrence that happened one time. It was one of my friends. I was with a group of friend girls, and she found a parking spot that she was going to park in. Right. And so one of my friends stood in the parking spot, and this car of girls proceeded to act like they was just going to make her move out the way. So guess what Chantal did? Chantal got in front of that car. I dared you. I said, hit me. I said, get out the way, sis. I said, hit me. Mm-hmm. You want this parking spot, you going to earn it. Like, hit me. Baby girls backed all the way out there. So that's to show you like my loyalty when it comes to people. I'm that friend. If Popeyes didn't give you your seasoning, don't pull out this line. Stay right here. The people back there can wait. They ain't make this stuff on time anyway. The timer always started 10 minutes every minute. Like, how's it? They can wait and give your seasoning. That's the friend I am. But when it came to Chantal, it'll be like, well, they are a car, stand out the way, let them get the parking spot. We can find another one. We need to walk a little bit anyway. Let's go walk. And then the Popeyes, I'd be like, okay, they did forget 2 pieces of my chicken, but I know they working hard and somebody probably taking care of their grandma, and I want to make sure that they're straight and I know they don't like working here and they probably upset. They got dumped this morning. I'm just let them make it. And I was like, no, they can still make it and give. They shouldn't have came to work today. Give me my seasonings. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm still empathetic with people. I'm not like, doing this to folks and nothing like that. But at the same time, I'm making sure that I'm good.
Right. So basically, you're empathetic, but you're assertive as well.
Yes, and that is what I'm working on. I'm still working on it. Like I said, I have my little moments sometimes, especially like when it comes to people like I love. Like, let's just say me, you are close friends, and you did something, and it's like I'm trying to like work our friendship out. Like, I will put all pride to the side, and sometimes I will like put myself down to lift you up. Mm-hmm. But what I'm learning is I don't have to dim my light to do that. And it's like I said, it's an everyday thing. Like I'm saying it today, it's a lifetime thing that I have to work on.
That makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Now, you are part of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority incorporated.
Hey y'all. I try to, keep it cute, you know what I'm saying? With my organization, and I do, and it's funny because the way that I do release and talk about information, most of the time it's under a thread star, it's one of our principles. But like I said, everybody retains information different, and I know like with my math, I try to be as respectable as I can. But I've been pretty clean tonight, so I think I can go ahead and deem myself worthy.
Yeah,
of discussing the big sorority.
Don't worry, you've been good. You done dropped gems. You done dropped knowledge. We ain't get you.
Yes, Greek shenanigans will not enter the chat tonight. And if they do, I'm going to plug in my podcast. I'm like, hey, y'all think I said that was reckless. Let's listen to another episode.
Let's look at the podcast.
If y'all really want to hear something, this was nothing.
Hey, I promise you'll get some followers today.
Yeah.
Now, how has being like a member of the sorority like affected your journey of success?
I think it's one of those things where it's like when you go inside, of course, sometimes people go in. It's just like an interview. They think about what the job can do for them, or different things like that. But it's really like, what can you do for it when you go in? Like, of course, it's a win-win situation. But I feel that it plays a role because with the different topics that I have, I was able to find and network with people at a faster rate versus me not knowing. So I had a therapy episode. I'm in like 30. And I'll probably be in generous with the number, but I'm in like 30 group chats of sorors. And I'm like, okay, out of these group chats, somebody is a therapist. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the GPA, everybody is succeeding in this sorority. So I know somebody's a therapist for sure. And if not, you know someone. So I was able to find them. And I just feel like you get a little extra love. It's, it's just like it is part of organizational corporate. It's like you just have those bonuses, and you get all these extra people to love on you, and you never meet a stranger. You can go at the airport and you could be having a tough time with something, and soror be overall the people like, oh, okay, what's going on with this young lady? Oh, her ticket. Okay, let's just go ahead and get her on there. We have a bunch of seats available. I'm gonna take care of you. It's just like having a bunch of women like that in different areas, but it's not about using, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say, hey, I'm gonna go to the airport so I get a free ticket for somebody with my letters. I was doing my own thing, and she was able to help me. So that's how I look at it, and I love my sorority so much. It's some beautiful women inside and out.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Now, the goal of this show, right, is philanthropy. Garnering support from the onlookers and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit or some type of social action that you care about.
Right.
What charity, nonprofit, social act, what are we going to highlight today? And why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
Okay, so I had made a live the other day. It's a 2-part answer. Okay. But like with the revenue, like I told you, I have the revenue, and I haven't paid myself yet. And like I said, with the trying-ish segment, some of those are freebies, and some of those I use to pay for. So it's like, yes, I'm buying products, but it's like I'm paying them for me to showcase their product to my followers, and it's helping them generate revenue. So I think that's me using my status and people using my word. Like, that's me giving it to them at no cost. Like, yeah, I got a product, but most of the time I only use it on the show and I give it away, or I just collect this. So that's one way. And then another way I really don't, I get nervous talking about, I told you I dim myself, I get nervous talking about myself, but I'll send money to people from the Glass Mike page. Like, I had a follower whose house burned down, and it wasn't no buku $200 check or anything like that, but it was just something that I was able to give from me earning revenue for doing this show. And last month, this is to answer the charity part, like the specific organization, but it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't have breast cancer, but I do have a lot of friends and followers around me who have battled and have survived, and they look good. Like, they're not those, how the TV try to make people look like, no, they look good. Like, good. And I was like, okay, October, that's my birthday month, and I have a lot of stuff, I don't need anything. I didn't need any money. So I just was telling people, follow the podcast, of course, but any type of money, send it to the show, and a percentage of those ad sales went to Susan G Coleman, Breast Cancer Awareness Society.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll definitely include Susan G Coleman, and we'll definitely include a link to your donation page as well.
Okay.
Or if it's like a Cash App or something.
It's a Cash App and a PayPal.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely put that information down at the bottom of this video as well. Okay. Now, I always like to definitely get some knowledge off of you. You've already given a lot of it, especially with this whole confidence and everything that you've got so far. I love it. I really love it. What words of wisdom would you have though for like, because there was some things that you touched on that podcast. So like, I just want
you post the right stuff. Then I do it on my iPad when I record. Look, I just type in those. I'm like, hold on, we can edit this show. Just hold on 1 second. Now, what you say? Okay, because I forget stuff. I'm remembering stuff now because I'm being modest. Yeah. So I'm remembering and retaining information now. So you actually caught me on a good day for real.
Look.
Until truth to drink, of course.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, like, I'm trying to limit the words because I don't want to give away the glass mic, right? I want people to.
You can say so much. It's, like I said, it's forever changing. You can say everything that we're about this week. You can put it all out there, and then next week you be like,
Huh.
Like, where did that come from? I just listened to this last week. I just listened to it.
Okay, so what words of wisdom would you have for those that are closed-minded? Like, what?
You better open it up. That's one. But seriously, being closed-minded, that's just not fair on yourself. I'm not saying you got to go around agreeing with everybody and, you know, proving this and stepping against your beliefs. Like I said, I have my belief system that I talked about earlier, but I don't knock down anybody else that doesn't believe or they believe in something else in a different way. I believe that what you believe is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that's real for you and that you have every right to want to explore it. But I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my thing and also respect you. I'm not going to be around here putting signs in my yard or in groups that are against people that believe in what you believe in.
Right.
I'm not going to go to your event and be doing it with you now either, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to respect you and I'm going to allow you to do that because we have free will already do what we want. So who am I to try to tell you you can't have that free will?
Of course.
So that's one piece of like being the advice about being closed-minded. The other, like I said, you're just cheating yourself. Right. Like with the early thing we said about we don't do that. Like I remember we went to Jamaica for our honeymoon and I ate some escargot, you know, this snail.
Right.
When you hear snail, of course, you don't be like, oh, I got to taste a snail right now. You know, unless that's something you've been eating all your life. Because it is an acquired taste. But, you know, they say we don't eat that. And if I would have been like, okay, well, let me not eat the snail. Let me try to find some fried chicken on this menu in Jamaica. And it's all-inclusive, something that, you know, I can buy at home because we don't eat that. If I would have been like that, I would have missed out. That was good. It was so good. Like, there's a lot of stuff I like that we don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just want to break that stigma. And if you're one of the people on my podcast, if you go in that thing listening closed-minded, you may not leave out agreeing with everything, but it'll make you look at life a little different.
That's a blessing. I love it.
I be deep, honey. Erica Badu ain't got nothing on me, honey.
Hey, look,
she can sing, she can tune, she got the body. Maybe she got them hips. But when it comes to them words of wisdom, I'm a vessel. It comes from up there and it just makes its way down to me. And I release it.
Hey, and it goes out to the masses.
Yep, and it just goes out to the masses. You know, I'm country.
Hey, yeah, hey, look. It's a lot of knowledge in Mississippi now. It can't.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about the accent.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. I can tell. Man, so before we close out, you know I got to do it to you.
And it's crazy because I would tell the truth and drink. You be like, you drink? I was like, yeah. Yeah, I told the truth, but I want to drink too. So I'm just giving you a fair warning out in case I don't think about it. I just subconsciously take the drink. All
right, truth or drink or both?
Okay, truth or drink or both.
What was the first lie you told in your marriage?
Oh, I've been playing the Jeopardy music. Rest in peace, Alistair Big.
R.I.P. Alistair Big, yeah.
Yes, I play, and it's so crazy because I just started doing the doo-doo-doo when I asked my people that be on the show, and so now you got to do it to me. Cause I'm trying to think, what was the first lie? I'm really trying to think because I'm literally trying to get a first lie. I don't want to drink because I don't want to tell y'all I'm drinking because I really don't know. Dang.
That's that many lies.
I'm trying to think, should I make up something so I can sound cool or what? I honestly don't. I'm not saying I never lied. I've lied. I'm sure the lie was a. Oh, I tried to put on I know the first lie, but he wasn't my husband yet. He had wrote me on Facebook because I was going through depression at that time. And like, you know how you see this bubbly spirit on social media? I wasn't bubbly. Like, I literally let my emotions show. I was sad, just all over the place. And I didn't know him. Like I said, that's why I said I love the strangers. The people are my favorite, my followers. But he was seeing it and he was like, you know, I see that you're going through this. And he came at me really good. Like, he even threw a Christian verse up in there. I'm like, okay, you throwing a Christian verse up in there too? Okay, God, bro, you. But I knew I was going through something at the time where I wasn't prepared to be with anyone at the moment. So I was trying to conjure up what I want to say back. And I'm like, oh, maybe he likes me. And all I wrote back was thanks, love. Because I was trying to play and keep it cool. trying to keep it ice cold, like Andre 3000 say. And yeah, so that was my first lie, because I should have just been like, okay, you know, I like, thank you, I appreciate it, but I do like you. So where do we go from here? Like, keep the conversation engaged. So yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think lying is necessary in relationships?
Lying is, I'm not trying to contradict, but I wouldn't, lying is not necessary if, like I said, the trust and communication part. Now, saying stuff not to hurt nobody's feelings, I say, yes, that's necessary about the way you deliver it. Because I could be telling you something, and it be with good intent, but it's not the way that you receive it. So it may come at you like this, and I'm really just, you know, just doing this, but it's hitting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So lying should never be done in a relationship. Ever. But watching how you say and do things in the delivery is very important.
Makes sense.
Very important. Sometimes you have to let people bump their head. So, for example, I give stories. So, with the line thing, like you said, my husband wanted to go buy a car, and I used to sell cars, and it was on a Sunday. But I was at this moment where I was like, okay, I need to work on little things that I do. And one of the things I do is try to be Mrs. Right all the time. And so I knew the car place was closed, but I didn't tell him because I didn't want to sound like a know-it-all. And we weren't going to risk anything of us just driving around to find out. It could turn to a Sunday drive.
Right.
So he ended up driving. When I was like, baby, you got your papers and all this? He's like, yeah, I got my papers and stuff. I'm like, okay, let's go. All the car dealerships closed. And he wasn't even just tripping. Like, he was like, well, it wasn't my time to buy one right now. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that was the first part before the Sunday. But yeah, you're not in that spot at the time to buy that car. And, you know, it is Sunday too. But I don't want to sound like a know-it-all. You're going to find out. I ain't going to be like, well, you know, I really knew none of this stuff. So.
Nah, that's real.
But it's like I said, everything's a learning process. I didn't come in a relationship being like that. I had to learn and look at myself and take accountability and be like, okay, get it together, girl.
That's that real.
That's shot. You said both, right?
Hey, look, both.
And see, I be lit by the end. You know, I have Patreon too. So I just started YouTube. It's still like one video on there. I got to figure out how to make the videos cute and add the rest on there. But Patreon, they got the receipt because I didn't have to edit or anything. It'd be just like this, and I will post it. So let's just say you'd ask me a truth or drink question, and I would have said, yeah, I have lied or something. I put that out there for the public because, you know, we can't control who sees the live. Right. But my Patreon, those are subscriptions. So anybody come up in here, I got all y'all names. So it's like basically I signed an NDA, plus y'all paying me. So I would be like, on Patreon, that's where I would go in depth about the lie, like how I did just now. But this lie ain't gonna get me in trouble, so I'm good. I can see another day.
Hey, look, one day when I'm in the studio and got an audience and everything, and Rona ain't you know doing what Rona doing, we definitely gonna have a whole nother interview, and I'm gonna dish about that.
Okay. Well, you know, if you're ever in Dallas, you're more than welcome to come by and we can record and talk. Or if you ever want to go on live again, like I said, just let me know, because I'm telling you, I'm surprised you're not sad right now. People be sad when the conversation be over with. I know some of your people say that they about to not see me. Yo, but y'all can follow me and stuff. I mean, I just started making videos. I lost a little weight. Hey. I'm sorry, I'm belching, but I lost like 30 pounds in like 1 month.
Okay.
And so I know it was actually 2 going on 2 now. Yeah, because I started in September. So 2. Yes, all I did was put the plate down. Like I said, I got a 2-piece at Popeyes. I still ate Popeyes, but I didn't eat the biscuit. I didn't drink the drink, and I got less chicken than what I used to get. So, and I didn't get a dessert. I always think I gotta have dessert after every meal. So all of that stuff, taking all that stuff out every day, that adds up. Look, go look at my page. Y'all go on my page when it's over and look at my face then, and you can see my face now. That's why I keep looking at me like, hey girl.
Hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Yo, for those who don't know, I have the Chantal Lewis on with me today. Thank you so much for your time. I truly and honestly appreciate you, and I'm definitely I'm speaking your success into existence. And you already know when I'm in Dallas, I'm hitting you up. I got it.
Likewise.
All right, I appreciate you. You have a blessed one.
Thank you too.
Man, oh man, that was an amazing. That was funny, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please, you guys, make sure you support the charity she mentioned, which is in fact Susan G Coleman, as well as support the Glass Mic podcast. You can find it on anywhere podcasts are being really, you know, wherever you listen to them. So, which is Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check it out. Check her out. Follow her. And if you like the content, consider giving me a donation so I can keep doing this for the rest of my life at $Ezel Moon, which is EZELMOON. And all of my residents in Austin, make sure you download Spirit Tree Delivery wherever you need food or alcohol. They deliver it all. Y'all have a blessed, amazing day. I'm out.